Your mind is racing. That voice telling you all the things you should be doing, that scale tipping back and forth with options that get heavier by the minute. And all you want to do is stop, run away, hide, give up. It's the indie artist's battle with analysis paralysis, and you honestly don't know who's winning. Here's a little backstory. I decided to release a Christmas song. It went live on streaming platforms, and I found myself staring at the computer, not sure what to do. Should I run an influencer campaign? Should I run ads? Should I make a playlist and focus on marketing the playlist instead of just the song? Should I wait until after the weekend to email my list about it? Should I wait until it gets closer to Christmas? Okay. Stop. I realized I was drowning in the quicksand of analysis paralysis, and I had to just stop. And as I thought about what just happened, I realized this is a very common theme for indie artists. There are so many options out there, and so many gurus online telling us what to do, with good advice and bad advice, and I think often in the end we just end up doing nothing. So I want to share 3 ways I pulled myself out of the muck of indecision. All right, number 1 is know your goals and priorities. I had to remember that my main goal is to release more music, and there are 3 ways that I'm focusing on that. The first is this vlog. It helps motivate me to keep me going, and it helps keep me accountable. If I'm telling you guys about what I'm doing, I need to be sure I'm following through with that and actually doing it. The second way I'm supporting my goal of releasing more music is treating Spotify like a social media platform. I talked about that in, I think, the first episode of my vlog, but it really helps me take it less seriously, and it frees me up to experiment more. So I would definitely encourage you guys to not be so caught up in what your Spotify profile looks like, how many listens you have, what your artwork looks like. I mean, obviously these things are important and you want to be cohesive and build a cohesive brand, but experiment with it. Just have fun, especially if you don't have many listeners or followers right now. It's a great time for you to workshop ideas, iron out your brand, and experiment with marketing tactics. So the third way that I am supporting the main goal of releasing more music is focusing on my skills and no longer trying to do everything at once. I decided to put less pressure on myself for getting blog features, submitting to every possible match on Submit Hub that might be a good fit, and less pressure on my social media strategy. Obviously, those things can be important, but I just decided to not try to do all of them at the same time. But when I cut back on the things that I'm trying to do, I can focus more on my skills, like my guitar skills. And that way, when I record music, it doesn't take me as long. I can get the take faster, things like that. So when I focus on, these 3 areas that are kind of like the foundation for my main goal of releasing more music, it really frees up my mind and helps me get out of the analysis paralysis because I know what it is that I'm working toward instead of trying to do everything at once. One of the main things that I want to emphasize, and one of the main ways that I helped get myself out of indecision, was to stop thinking about what other people say you should be doing. That goes for me too. This is what I want your main takeaway to be. It's great to do your research and learn from others, but at some point you have to stop focusing on what you should do and instead think about what you can do. For example, you might have heard someone on the internet say that you should hire someone to help you with marketing. That could be purchasing a done-for-you promotion service or hiring someone to help you film a music video. But do you realistically have the budget for that? Or should you focus on building up your savings and opt for a DIY approach, like submitting your music on Submit Hub or buying a tripod for your iPhone that has an incredible camera and making your own video? Another great question to ask yourself is, how much time do I have? Maybe you work a full-time job. You have the essentials like savings, insurance, and bills taken care of, with a little extra to spend on your music. You're time poor. So even though someone might be telling you that you should be posting on social media every day, maybe it's better for you to hire someone to post for you or run an influencer marketing campaign. The point is, we're all in different stages in life and have different circumstances. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Think about where you are in life right now and the resources you have, and decide what approach works best for you right now. All right, and the third way that I pulled myself out of the quicksand of analysis paralysis is to just do something. This one might be the most powerful. You'll get better results and learn more by doing something, even if it's the wrong thing, than you will by doing nothing at all. Also, there aren't as many people watching as you think, so you don't have to take yourself so seriously. I have to remind myself about this one a lot, but when I do, it's extremely liberating and really helpful. So the question is, if you could only do one thing today to take even a tiny step forward, what would you do? If you're feeling overwhelmed and stuck with indecision, let yourself take a moment to stop. Take some time to go through these thought exercises and get clarity on what's important for your current stage in life and in your career. I know firsthand how exhausting and confusing it can be to find your way as an indie artist. So if you want some help, I have a digital workbook that walks you through this process step by step. It's called Finding Peace, and I'll leave a link in the description below. There's a Winston Churchill quote that says, "It is better to do something than to do nothing while waiting to do everything." So if nothing else, just do one thing today, even something little, to take a step toward your goal. Oh, and if you did want to listen to my Christmas song, it is released. I'll leave a link in the description. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, a lovely holiday season, and I will see you guys next year.